Shawshank?
Is that what that is? Oh, did I tell you?
It's no one.
It is definitely No One. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Honestly, too, No One, one of the hardest bands to ever find if you're drunk and or high.
Oh,
because
yeah,
you're just typing the two words. No One.
Yep,
I have been there. I'm like, why can't I just listen to Chemical? And it's yeah.
We might want to get to the podcast.
Welcome to the 2 Decades Too Late podcast, gang. I'm Brad hanging out with Josh.
What's up, everybody?
We're keeping all that in.
Yeah, great.
Man. This is coming out on Christmas, so Merry Christmas, everyone.
Happy Christmas for our British companions.
Yep.
Apprentices.
Or if you don't, celebrate Christmas, that's fine too. We love you. It doesn't matter. This is a podcast in which we rate and review an album that is turning 20 years old, mostly metal for whatever it's worth. Josh and I each give a rating of 1 to 5 to 4 different parameters for an individual maximum point total of 20 and a combined maximum point total of 40. Before we get into it, just heads up, we've been gone for a little bit. Apologies there.
Josh, I had a baby.
I was going to say.
It wasn't as hard as most women make it out to be.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you're going to have to cut that.
Oh, man. But we're flowing, and I don't know how well I'm going to be able to edit that out. Josh is joking. No,
I
he's
am
not. Fuck women, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No. We're all sad about Trump here. Yeah.
Wow.
But no, Josh,
we have a lot to catch up on.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like the world, lot going on. Drones. Is it a problem?
No. Wait, do people think it's a problem?
What?
I mostly live under a rock.
I think you just topped whatever your living under a rock moment was before. Like,
right?
That's it. You just beat it. Yeah, we're worldwide weird drones that can't be explained. It all of a sudden is just happening constantly.
Sick.
Like, constant governments are like lying about it. Of course, when you lie, and when you lie about it or say things like "we're unsure," don't do that. You are sure. Yeah. You know what it is. Like, listen, everyone. I understand that it would be really, really fun if this was aliens. And
yes,
everyone
it would.
Thinks that it is.
Like, now's the time. I mean, honestly.
Yeah, exactly. And I've always talked to you about this. I don't know if I've ever said this on the podcast before, but like, I want to die in a fucking thing. I don't want to die of cancer. I want Godzilla to be real. You know what I mean? Like, I want fucking...
Let's do Independence Day.
Like, exactly, an uprising. Like, I want to fucking... Like, I want the energy to go out and the electricity to go out, and we just have to fucking go murder mutants or something to live. Like, that's how I want to die. I won't, because none of that's real, guys. I'm sorry.
That's a real shame. We're working toward it, though. I mean,
it's true.
A couple of years ago, we were freaked out about balloons. Now, at least it's drones, so that's kind of more sci-fi.
True. Well, funny enough, like, on the radio show I listen to, Common Man T-Bone, Common Man... he has a lot of points I don't agree with, but one I absolutely do. He was like, if aliens were real, Trump would have known in his last run, and he would have told everybody to get the vote. Like, no chance in hell that guy wouldn't have used that if he thought it would have gotten him the vote. Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, that's 100% accurate.
Yeah.
Because, like, even me hating that motherfucker and whatever that entails, which I won't go too far into right now because I won't want to get flagged. But like, I would have been like, "You're gonna tell us if aliens are real and show us the proof?"
I'd vote.
Yeah, I have to think about it. I mean, I don't know. Part of me would die inside, but like, come on, aliens.
I don't need to go
figure
that
shit out.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
I already know in my heart that they're real.
Yeah. I mostly just don't care until it matters.
Right.
Like, that's the thing that everyone's like, but what if? I'm like, okay, well, when the what if happens, wake me up and I will be concerned.
Yeah.
Like I will get up and I will take
if
action.
there's a need
Like,
to be.
Yeah, exactly. Or they're just hanging out.
Listen, the Skrull invasion definitely happened. Secret Invasion is a documentary. Like, we're all here
Did
for
you watch?
I did, yeah.
You watched Secret Invasion?
Yeah, it was good.
Of all this, I haven't seen it.
Really? Dude, what are you wasting your time doing?
What is this the first one of these ever that the role is reversed?
It really could be. Definitely in recent past.
Jesus. There's a guy named Dom Tiberi on the radio and on Channel 10 here, and he's so Italian. Like, he's just the most Italian guy, and he's like, Jace! How are you? Wait, don't! Can I do that? I don't know. Okay, well, it's clearly been a minute, guys. I'm sorry. I'm a bit, I think, slap happy or something.
Lots of
what
caffeine.
do we start with? Oh, well, you know
Actually,
what, though?
Yeah, let me get it. Yeah, I'll dive into it. So we've been away for a little bit, but we left a lot of great albums on the table in that time.
Mm-hmm.
So what we've got coming up is a jam session, and we're actually going to do 2 jam sessions, maybe if we record the other one.
Damn.
Sick. To close out the year and try and fit some more of this stuff in to get these albums before we transition to 2005.
It's coming, homies. Man, fucking wild.
It is wild. But yeah, should I go ahead and list it? Yeah, I'm not going to list it, but we should start with. I'm actually super excited about this one. This ended up being so good.
I couldn't believe it. Like, a lot of times I go in with a pessimistic outlook to begin with. Right. And this just blew I had the time of my life that day. Yeah. Whatever, I don't even remember when it was. But like,
usually the jam sessions are stuff that is like, we should probably. But no, this ended up being super fun. So I think we should start with It Dies Today.
I am super down for that.
Yes.
No, go ahead. All right, It Dies Today. What do we got from Buffalo, New York?
Buffalo, New York. We have the Caitiff Choir. I had to look up a lot of words for reviewing this, actually, like caitiff and threnody. Because
Threnody, yeah.
These are not common words in my everyday lexicon.
No, indeed they are not.
But active for 3 years at this point. They formed in 2001. This is their first studio album. It was released on Trust Kill, recorded in Cleveland. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Got that Buffalo connection. And we're going to talk about production a lot today, I feel like.
Yes. That will be the topic of conversation, I believe.
This album was produced by Tony Gamallo? Who knows? He probably does. But he did kind of a lot with Chimera, and interestingly, Misery Signal's second album, Mirrors, he's credited on.
That's, you know what? That's my least favorite Misery Signals production.
It's everyone's least favorite Misery Signals production. It is actually, despite that, a good album. Like several years removed from wanting the Magnum Heart Volume 2.
Magnum Heart Part 2. Yeah. No, it's really good. It's a great album, but it's awful to listen to because
it's tough.
It's brutal. I mean, it's really, really, especially because honestly, Misery Signals. Like every album after that was like the production's incredible.
Yeah, they really.
they didn't have a single miss. Yeah. Anyway, that's really cool though. I didn't know that. But I want to go ahead. You know, we didn't do the whole going to a review.
Oh no, we sure didn't.
It's been a minute, gang.
We're rusty.
You know what though? We haven't technically reviewed anything, so review. Getting better. better.
Not bad.
And by the way, I don't know if you're not familiar with jam sessions, how this kind of works is we rapid fire some albums. We don't dig as deep as we normally do, song breakdowns and stuff like that. So we'll try to get through essentially. Now, normally we've been doing 4 albums, but
we're gonna throw in a little. We're gonna throw a little bonus content your way.
Gonna bone us,
bone daddy. Gross. Why'd you have to do that? You ruined what is otherwise a positive thing.
Oh God. Okay.
Yes.
Oh. All right. So the Caitiff Choir. You know what? This might be the most 2004 album we were that we listened to.
Man.
It's awesome as fuck. It's it's got. I don't remember. I always remember liking it. I've never not liked this, but I don't remember it being so brutal. It's fucking heavy.
It is very heavy. Yes.
And I just, you remember the hooks and the but man, this shit fucking rips. Yeah. It's just fucking mosh pit fodder. It's so sick.
They do nothing wrong on this album.
No.
Now,
it's
that
incredible.
is to say, they may not do a lot to stand out throughout the length of the album. But they definitely, there's no missing.
No.
They did everything 2004 was doing right.
Yep, and in a way that was listenable, too. They didn't, listen, there's a lot of shit that we like from back then that is bad. and just mashed together bullshit, because that's what we did. We just we got 7 ideas, sick. Song.
Yeah.
No, it's not how, but they didn't do that. They have those parts, but man, they crushed the songwriting.
They really
it's
did.
insane. Yeah. This is this is another band / album, I think, that is maybe I feel like it's kind of under the radar ish. They didn't go anywhere. They didn't stick around. They're back now, which is cool, but I don't think when you're talking about metalcore, if you're going to go back and do a big 4 of metalcore or something, you're not putting It Dies Today in it. But I can't say 100% sure as to why, because holy fuck, man. Holy fuck.
Yeah. And they got heavier, as things went.
Yeah. They just completely didn't do what everyone else was doing, but they crushed. Again, I'm just fangirling at this point. Fanboying. I don't want to. That seems.
You said what you said.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But with great mustache comes great responsibility.
That is true.
And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I have a pretty damn good mustache.
You do. And you know what? Now I must ask you, what'd you think of the album art?
Incredible.
Sick.
But.
Oh, no.
Well, it's such a good idea, and everything in it is it's just such a sick idea and concept, but it looks kind of they went to the cheap place to get it printed a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm not, it's not dinging it too much or anything, because it's a phenomenal idea. I love the color palette. I think purple is way underutilized in metal. That's why we went with pink and purple for Gates. So I'm super into everything about it. It just, the quality just seems like whoever they had the great idea, but they went to the guy that only cost $20 to have it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I see that.
So I'm not dinging it much. It's a 4. It's still a 4. But yeah, it's just looks like they went to the bargain place rather than maybe what Trustkill should have done.
How you doing? Not much. It's just a little off.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's precisely it. What?
Hey, Mr. Pewterschmidt. What's up? Good. Damn it. I mean, not much. Peter, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh, Stan, what's going on? Nothing much. What's going on with you?
Another great one.
I fear we could do that for a while. What are you giving the album art though?
I stuck with a 5. I just like it so much. I think it's composed well. I love their font, their typeface choice, and their font. And I like the way it's composed up in like the top right corner. The clock's all big. I don't know what it has to do with the album necessarily, but that doesn't really matter to me at this point.
Nope, not at all. Well, sick, man. Well, starting off fucking strong here, which really isn't that weird, but
no.
Well, so what do you think of the production then versus now? I think this is the thing here.
This is the thing, and I think it's going to be a thing for all of these albums, but
it is.
I gave it a 3 question mark.
I did the exact same thing.
Okay.
Like, I just, go ahead. You tell me what you're thinking, because I'm
not positive why necessarily. No. Like, there's a lot there, and it all comes through pretty nice, but like, it lacks something, or it's too much something. Like, I just can't put my finger on it, but it's definitely not like that big 5 that you would want. But it's not hot garbage. It's just no. It just is. It's produced.
It's an odd. It is produced, and it's. I'm right with you. I don't know. I think the then versus now is the big hang up. Well, so the weird thing, it's with the drums kind of strangely. Like, I like when drums are like, again, I'm never going to apologize for this. I love overly produced music. I know everyone hates it, and I get it. I don't hate it. I love it when music is really easy to hear everything and pleasant to my ear. Sorry, I guess that's terrible. But anyway, I mean, really, people hate it. Like, it's, and I get it. I do get it. You're taking out some of the human element, but the drums are like right on the edge of being underproduced a little bit, while everything else seems to be pushing on the edge of over a little bit. Yeah. And it's like, it's a strange, it's like the drums seem like you're hearing it live, and then everything else doesn't sound like that, which is odd. And I don't really, but anyway, I went with a 3. I won't drag it out too long, but it is it's good though. I mean, listen, you're not gonna be bothered by it. Like, it's fine. It's just not better than average. Okay. The rest of these are gonna go pretty fast for me.
So, what was the impact at the time?
5.
Yeah.
5. Fucking all day. Threnody for Modern Romance music video. Yeah. Like, we went and wrote a song based on the music video, and She's a Nightmare. Like, we watched it and wrote music.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, because they did the whole camera angle on the double bass, like his feet.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just like,
remember when we thought he was playing in cowboy boots?
I do.
Yeah. He's not.
He's not. No. But it definitely looked like it. I
looked for it. I watched the video. I was like, is he playing cowboy boots? He's not.
There's 2 really big, like, double bass pedal music video moments for me, and it's Threnody for Modern Romance by It Dies Today, and then 12 Tribes, Venus, that song Venus Complex, where he had the red beaters.
Oh,
like the red round beaters. Yeah. Those are the 2. I don't know why. Every time I hear, still to this day, I hear double bass at a certain speed, and my brain immediately pictures both.
Yep.
So yeah, you got to go get your black shirt that's super tight. You got to go get your fucking white belt, studded or unstudded, but the more
preferably
refined of us, and then your girl jeans, and that is just what they were. They're literally, we went and bought girls jeans, not women's jeans, girls jeans. And fucking play double bass and kick someone in the fucking neck, man. Like, this is it.
That was life just in all 2004.
Of it. Yeah, it absolutely. I just described everything I was doing all the time. Yeah. So 5 for you too.
5 for me too. Yep.
Yeah. How much did you enjoy listening to this today? Josh?
I actually gave it a 3.
Okay, that's fair.
I loved everything that I loved. I brushed off the nostalgia was there. I was like, oh, this is great. And like even some of it, I was like, man, I don't even remember this. But also, it's 41 minutes long.
It is a bit long.
It's a bit long. It's getting on the long side of things. But, and like I said before, it's just kind of middling. Like there's the hooks are there. It's everything good from 2004 all rolled into one. But it just, it was there.
I get it.
Like,
I totally get it.
To be fair, I listened to it at 3:30 this morning when I was working out because the baby had just gone to sleep and I wasn't tired yet.
Sure.
So. But
that's fair. That's fair.
What about you?
5. I fucking love it. I listened to it like 7 times in a row. It is a bit long. But even once it would restart, it's just the My Promise intro. My Promise could be the best. You know what? So that's all right. I love this fucking album.
5 days out of 7, I'm gonna give it a 5
for sure. And you know what? The production is fatiguing and it is a little long. So like, I get it. All right. So it ended up with a 16 from Josh and 17 from myself for a total of 33. Hell yeah. And deserved of every point. But so what I was about to say, My Promise could legitimately be the best song on the entire album. It's good. Remarkably different than most of the other songs on the. I mean, My Promise is fucking punishing. I mean, it just is one of the heaviest metalcore songs from that era. Bar none. I mean, I don't even think it's arguable.
And it starts the album.
It does. It's fucking... That's what I'm saying. Like, even though by the end I'm a bit fatigued, when My Promise starts again, I'm like, fuck yeah, dude.
Let's do this again.
Let's fucking do it. What is your favorite song?
I went with Freak Gasoline Fight Accident because...
Good.
I mean, it's a good song, and it's a Zoolander reference. Just because you're really, really, really ridiculously good looking doesn't mean that you too can't not die in a freak gasoline fight accident.
Awesome.
That's
well,
just there
it's
all
good.
The time.
Yeah. So here's my question for you. I'm having a hard time with this, and I mean, at this point, I'm the guilty party every time where I'm like, we're putting 19 songs by so-and-so. It's always my fault that we do this. So I'm trying not to do it here because, I mean, we have a lot of albums to get to. But, like, how do you pick between Threnody and Radiance? It's so razor thin.
Honestly.
You think? But, like, part of me is like, I know if you've heard It Dies Today, it's because you heard a Threnody for Modern Romance. Like,
yeah.
And I don't...
Which is why I would say, like, don't put it on.
You know what? All right. You convinced me.
It's a rare occasion where I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fair. And for everyone who doesn't know, we add our favorite songs to our TDTL favorites playlist on Spotify.
Yeah.
Now, in the middle and later, like, when I'm done pre-gaming for OSU, is Threnody also getting added to the playlist?
Probably.
It's on the table. No, okay, but you know, I'm with you. The Radiance, it's so fucking good, man. When they do a catchy chorus, get out of here.
It's super good.
That's what I don't get. I don't know how the same band wrote My Promise and the Radiance. It's like, good on you guys. You fucking man. We are better for having these dudes. Like, and if you haven't listened to this album because it's not in the pantheon of End of Heartache or, you know, Magnum Heart,
good. Who else?
Martyr,
everyone else.
Kiss the Martyr, Bless the Child. If it's not in your pantheon, I gotta tell you, it should be fighting for a spot at least. Maybe it doesn't make it, but it should be knocking on the door.
Knocking on heaven's door. At the WB.
He's back. Michigan J-Frog?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Michigan J Frog. Is he still used for anything? I don't need to get on this. We got four. We got so many more albums to do.
Is Michael J. Fox still used for anything?
I don't know why I was so concerned with what you were gonna follow that with. I mean, I got like a pit in my stomach. Oh god.
Sick.
And that's only because of what I was thinking about saying, and I was just like, oh. All right. Moving right along. What do we got next, man?
I think we got to go to the Chariot.
Fuck yeah, man! We actually are hitting these in the exact order I did them in. So
I did them in the order that you text them. So
I think I probably did the exact same thing. All right, yeah, sick.
It was great.
Chariot. Fucking
Chariots of Fire. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. And that's 5 seconds.
Yeah. Sometimes the South gives us good things. It's not often, 'cause normally it's racist. But right. From Douglasville, Georgia,
yeah,
the almighty Chariot. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I don't even know what there is to say about these guys. These guys are they're on a whole different...
Active for 1 year at this point, mostly because it was the departure of Josh Scoggin from Norma Jean. This is his other band that he started. Like, I didn't realize that he just left mid Furnace Fest show. He announced his departure from Norma Jean.
Yeah.
A bit shitty, but
it is.
It's their first studio album, released November 16th on Solid State, which I also didn't realize was a subsidiary of Tooth and Nail. I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The same.
Yeah.
I thought
Tooth and Nail was the like emo offshoot of Solid State.
100%.
Solid State is the metal offshoot of Tooth and Nail. At least according to this particular wiki page.
I mean, I guess the only reason I knew it is because Solid State seemed to have the bigger bands. Like, that's the only...
Yeah. Well, bigger as far as the ones that we liked better, I think.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point out of you.
This album produced by Matt Goldman, which we'll talk about, but he did some other stuff with our upcoming As Cities Burn. He did some of Under Oath's later stuff, so 2006 onward, I think.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. Or at least he's credited on.
Yeah, the production's on all of that.
Yeah. My Children, My Bride. Really good.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Are they still a thing?
I think. They had a recent release, I think.
Really? I never got past the demo with them. No, because they changed the tempo they made it right on the release. Yeah. And it's worse for being right, in my opinion. Like, I think it's a lot worse for being right. So they did that on my favorite songs that I could just never get past. I'll just probably give that a shot again.
Yeah, the song Headshot's super sweet.
Oh, well, there's that. Well, that song is undefeated as fuck.
Right.
That's like one of the best metalcore songs. Man, if you ever want to hear how a 5150 can be recorded, or maybe that was a 6505. But either way, like one of the PV heavy hitters, the tone on fucking Headshot, man, that's nasty.
And it's about so Halo, good. So there's.
I know there's nothing wrong with it, and it's got like that hard. I think the Madball guy is in it. The guest vocalist.
I could see that, yeah.
And it's just like, if you ever really want motivation to go punch somebody, listen to Headshot by My Children, My Bride, and then don't punch them.
Yeah, don't.
But it'll make you feel like you can, and that's good.
That is good.
But then let it go.
Before we dive into the review, I definitely remember one of us buying this. I think it was you, but yep.
It was expensive as shit too.
Yeah.
I don't know why I so distinctively remember being like, why is the Chariot in the, how like CDs had those tiers, like the $20?
Yep.
It was in the $20 tier, and I was pissed because I'm like, no one even knows who this is.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Like,
and I remember
I did buy it.
like driving home at night after you bought it, because I think you bought it at Fairfield Commons Mall, like not our regular mall, and put it in the CD player on the way home, and we were like, what the fuck? Like, I just paid $20 for this?
And gang, if you're of a certain age or not, $20 for a fucking CD in 2004 was like a down payment on a fucking house for someone who is 16 years old or 17 years old or whatever it is. So, because like $20 in 2004 was fucking $20. It was.
I mean, it could get you a lawyer. That's how much $20 was.
That's from a commercial about a law firm in I think in Dayton, maybe, because Springfield, where we're from, was in the Dayton area.
Ronnie
from a media
Lynn Deutsch.
Perspective.
Look her up.
Yep, and you could get her for $20.
$20.
But yeah, it was a fucking hot mess. And
should we talk about it?
Yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, let's get into the review. So, well, you know what? We'll just start off. What did you think of the album art?
I love the album art. I could see you spent $20 for the album art, honestly.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's like got the perfect mix of like light and dark foreground, background, the band logos right there in front, the super long album name, which we haven't said. It's Everything is Alive, Everything is Breathing, Nothing is Dead, and Nothing is Bleeding.
Yeah, I can't believe we hadn't said it until then, but very good on you for getting there. It's the longest shit in the world, but again, it was the style at the time.
The wiki page says it's the 13th longest album title.
How many of the other 12 are taken up by Rob Zombie?
Probably like 11.
And then some like weird, like, I don't know, East European prog rock band from fucking. Oh man, but yeah, I agree. It's haunting but beautiful. It's that's a fucking.
They do some good album artwork. Honestly,
They do.
I love the artwork, the artwork for The Fiancé.
Yeah, I even love the weird in between like EP they released. Yeah. That was really just a clear disc, but the way that they packaged it was really fucking sick.
Super nice.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna slip this in since you mentioned the EP. If you want to hear these songs better, just listen to that EP. I mean, it is.
See, it's interesting.
Unequivocally better.
So we're
okay. You have opinions?
Yeah. Okay, I do. So, well, first off, so 5. I'm assuming based on
it's a 5.
And same. It's just a 5 all day.
Yeah.
All right. Production then versus now.
I have a question mark.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. When we first got this, we both agreed it was a mess. It was like almost hard to listen to.
Right.
I ended up during my like brief stint in Grandma and Grandpa's basement playing Wind Waker all day, every day, and all of that. Grew to love this album, and in large part because Ryan Neff loved it, and like so we just listened to it until we got it. Is kind of what happened. So I really do have a soft spot for this anyway. What did we review?
It's a super good album, honestly. It really is.
It's
in the grand scheme of things.
It's so good.
And as you listen to it, like you do kind of go deaf to the feedback, and it starts to make a lot of sense.
It's a very it's a stylized choice to be sure, and any stylized decision is not going to be for everybody. This is just never going to be the case.
So it is recorded completely live. It is there's no overdubbing, and it was never mastered. It's just these are just raw tracks.
Exactly. Like so, if you heard them live, that it's not going to sound any different than that.
No.
So, what did we review? We're Pig Destroyer.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like so, Pig Destroyer is like it's a bad production, but I don't want it to be different.
Yeah.
And I land here on this as well. Like I just don't know if I'd like it. You're right that the songs that they re-recorded for the EP, which have different titles too, because this guy's just a fucking eccentric human being, and I love him dearly. But you're right. It sounds way better in a sense, and I'm glad they did both because, of course, I guarantee in his brilliant brain, he already had that thought out when he did this. He's like, Probably. We're going to do these super raw, then we're going to rename them so everyone can see that a song can be different based on the XYZ. Like I have went into that headspace before. You know what I mean? Like I can feel that thought process. So it's so sick. So even though objectively this production is bad, they did it. It's a 4. It's not a 4, but I'm giving it a 4 because I don't want it to sound any different. And in the moments where I maybe do, they gave it to me. So it's like, I don't know. It seems like it was such a big plan and executed exactly right. You know what I mean? And I'm probably wrong. They were just like, man, we're going to fucking make a raw album. And then they listened to it for 6 months on tour and was like, fuck, we got to make a better sounding. I mean, this is not like, it could have been that. Like, I don't know, but I'm giving it a 4 and I can't really put my finger on why.
I'm coming with you on the 4.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
because I felt like I was defending it almost, but at the same time, it's just like, I don't know. I expected to hate it, by the way, because I was like, man,
it's always been this.
Yeah. Yeah. And by the way, the beauty of this, even though I just shit talked anyone who doesn't like overproduced music, by the way, that's why I'm here. And that's what you're here for. And you know it, because I am inconsistent and constantly being hyperbolic. Anyway, like this is always going to sound right.
Yeah.
Like you can listen to it in 50 years and it's like, it's going to sound exactly like what they were going for. And there's nothing you can do about it. And it's kind of rad.
It is kind of rad. So impact at the time?
5.
Yeah.
I mean,
man, I fucking loved the Chariot.
If you haven't seen, go look up live videos of the Chariot. Like early on, especially, it is chaos incarnate. And we ripped every possible thing off of them that we could.
Yeah, it started with Norma Jean in 2002. And continued with Josh Scogin everywhere he went.
Yeah, Josh Scogin, he's just, what a motherfucker, man. Like, 68, super sick. Like, even the composition of this album and the difference between songs, it's just, it sounds like a mess. It's just, but it's not. Like, it just isn't. And it's crazy. It's crazy.
It is.
Dude's brilliant.
It is a mess.
It is.
Like, there's a lot going on.
There is, but like when you really hone in and hear what the accents on the cymbals are and like little things like that, you realize like, no, they are very much in sync. Even though it is chaos, like, oh, you hit that splash right on the fucking high note of the dissonant chord. Like, sick. Like, magnificent. Anyway, so 5. Again, sick. White belts, everybody.
Yeah.
How much did you enjoy listening to it today?
Man, again, I hit a 3. I got bogged down in the feedback because it's been a while since I listened to this album, and I was like, I gotta listen to this album. But it's still good. Like, it still does everything that it used to do. And again, like 5 days out of 7, it's probably going to be a 5, but today it was a 3. Yeah. I will say, though, like, for as serious of an error as this album has, reading the wiki page, there's just kind of some dumb bullshit on it.
Like what? I'm really interested.
The sample for the voicemail is just a voicemail that the producer got while they were out at lunch that they put into the album. Oh. The backward talking at the end of track 7 is Josh Scogin saying like, that has to be a keeper because I was mooning everybody. Now, a lot of this is just on the wiki page needing citation, but I believe every single bit of it.
Yeah, none of that sounds out of the ordinary for the time.
And like, really man, so, Die interviewer, I'm only speaking in German.
Yeah, there is that.
There is that.
There is that. That's fair. I mean, I'm dead on with you. I gave it a 4. My note was more, I think if it went any longer.
Yeah.
Because it's a pretty short album. It's only 28 minutes. So it's
27:53. If it made it to 28, it would be too much.
I was going to say, if it went over the 30-minute mark, if they had one more 2-minute song, I probably would have fallen to a 3. But since you kind of get in and out, I'm super cool with it. But I can't give it a 5, though. From a lot of perspectives, it deserves it from me. But I'm with a 4. So we're not too far off on that. Damn, Turkled Sharks.
And I was wrong about the album title. It was the song. It was song 2 that that needs citation, but is referenced as the 13th longest song title. 38 words.
Oh, that's why there's the dots. Yeah.
Someday, in the event that mankind actually figures out what it is that this world revolves around, thousands of people are going to be shocked and perplexed to find out it was not them. Sometimes this includes me. That's the full name of that song.
Only
fucking
him,
blast tyrant.
Yeah, only him. He's he's on another planet, and it's great. Yeah. All right, 6. So, Josh, you've got a 17 for the Chariot. Everything is alive. ... I'm not saying the rest of that shit. And 18 from me for a total of 35. And hell yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah. What was your favorite song?
My favorite song is Die Interviewer. I am only speaking in German.
Sick.
It's just that intro. It goes in and out of blast beats in 2 steps, and I'm like, this is fucking awesome. What a cool combination. Yeah.
Yeah, it's super.
What about you, man?
Oddly enough, the longest fucking song on the CD. And then
we're gonna say track 2.
Oh no. And then came song 5.
Oh, the longest track. Yeah. Okay.
I could see. Okay. I see how that happened.
That is a good
I complain about, I bitched and moaned about the length of everything, and then I pick, the song that's 1/5 of the actual CD.
Yeah, literally twice the length of any other song pretty much on the album.
I just always loved
Still not very long.
The gramophone thingy. It's such a nice
awesome.
Reprieve, because there's actually harmony.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. It's my second favorite. That was my backup if you picked, I am only speaking in German. So hell, that's great. So we will be adding those to the playlist. Man, this playlist is sick.
This playlist is
getting better. All right, Josh. Third
it's time
album
to
up.
Get some sleep out there.
Not bad. Getting better. So, how did we? Hey. All right, Josh. What do we got next?
Monster Magnet.
Fuck yeah, Monolithic, baby.
Boom.
Fucking better put an exclamation mark on it.
Yeah.
Better put one. Don't you fucking not put an A. Bam.
Before we dive too far into this does not have Space Lord on it, so suck on that, everybody.
It doesn't. You know what? I love Monster Magnet.
I'm thinking I do too.
I listened to everything. I honestly I spent the day. I've always been into them on and off. I have a playlist that I've had for years. We used to listen to some Monster Magnet in some drinking times and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But dude, these guys are fucking rad.
They are fucking rad.
The vibe is sick. They're just something. Yeah. They got something going on.
From Red Bank, New Jersey. Sorry. Active for 50...
For what? That was like in Scrubs when the guy was like, "Oh, he's perfect," and JD's like, "Perfect for what?" All right. Anyway, please continue.
I'm not going to elaborate either. Active for 15 years at this point. It formed in 1989. This was their sixth studio album. Space Lord was on the 98 album Power Trip.
Hell yeah. You know that song. If you don't remember it, you'll remember it pretty quick.
Yeah, for sure.
If you watch TRL anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah. This album was released May 25th on SPV Records. Yeah, I didn't look it up. I didn't look too far into it.
Who cares?
Yeah. Produced by Dave Windorf, the singer and guitar player, and Scott Humphrey notably did lots of Rob Zombie stuff. So Rob Zombie's the through line to this entire thing.
Sick, as he is for most things in my life.
Yeah. Also, lots of stuff with Tommy Lee. Weirdly,
that is weird.
Yeah, Methods of Mayhem. He did that, and he did a lot of independent Tommy Lee stuff.
Guys, don't go back and listen to.
Yeah, don't.
No, that's a dark. It's a dark time in music history.
First Moscow Hardies.
That's so fucking obscure.
Yes, it is.
Oh man. But yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
What'd you think of the artwork?
3. I don't know. It's that. You know, it's I like it. It's exactly what it should be. I don't want it to be any different. It kind of gave me like Velvet Revolver sort of vibes. Like, listen. By the way, we've done this enough. Listen, I know everyone hates me for this. I'm getting people like close to me in my life that are starting to hate me for this. But like, this is slightly problematic lyrically. But this is just that genre of music at that time. That whole fucking rock out with your cock out stuff, and but it's not. I'm just saying.
Are you saying some people may take offense to the first song on the album being called Slut Machine?
Yeah, basically, yes. Okay, that's what I'm getting at. And it's not even used in that way, and it's fine. Just
if you fuck,
I'm exhausting. All right. Exactly. And it's fucking awesome. And you should. And you're not, no one's a slut. Just go out and live your goddamn life. And
it was 2004. We used that word. Yes. Zombies Ate My Neighbors had a song called Fuck Slut Rock. Indeed. It was great.
Yeah. That's such a good. Dude, Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
I know.
Get in. Fuck with Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
Definitely.
If you're out there and you haven't listened to Zombies, they're out there too. They're on Spotify,
I know.
Which I don't understand.
Blew my mind.
I don't know who's paying the $10 a year distro kid fucking payment for that, but like, good on you. I mean, I appreciate it. Anyway, so album art, I don't know. I didn't know that was a kind of a question mark for me on this one. I have a lot of question marks on this, by the way, despite how much I liked it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, 3. What did you land on?
I gave it a 5. Like you said, it's everything it's supposed to be. It's a big white background. There's a Saturn. Looks like Saturn in the background. And then the band's just up there in their leather doing band
just
stuff.
Just fucking
guitars.
Rock and roll all day.
Yep.
Yeah. These dudes are fucking rock and roll. That's and it's I love them for it. Man, I love them for it. Yeah. Really, and by that I mean that one dude, because he is really the whole
only,
band.
Yep. He's the only remaining member.
Yeah, and he writes everything and he records everything, and it's like, yeah, good
producer credits. Right,
yeah, no, and you're not wrong. I told you, you're right. It's exactly. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it was maybe I looked at the Chariot, then looked at that, and I was like, what is this?
That's fair.
After that fucking beautiful piece of art. All right, that's fair though. What did you think of the production then versus now?
I gave it a 5. It sounds like one of those big budget things that prominent label would have. I assume these people, even though they're like kind of underground, but listen, they had a greatest hits CD in 2003. Yeah. So like they know what they're doing by now.
Yeah. And I mean, Space Lord wrote their ticket, I assume, for the rest of their lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like that song was fucking that was back at a time where songs got big still. Yeah. Like not in the way that they get big now, but in the way that like you made $1 million.
Yeah.
like
Space Lord was a license to print money.
Yes. Things are not the same anymore with music. So all right, super sick. And I thought it lacked low end. Like out of all of the albums we're gonna review today, I honestly thought it had the most metalcore sounding production out of everything. Yeah. So I did ding it a little bit for that, but only to a 4. It's a really good production. Yeah, and you're right. It sounds like a big budget album. Easy for me to say, but it just didn't have a lot of low end for me. It was a little tingy, just a little. I mean, it's not bad, but like if I were to stack it up against like I said, Velvet Revolver, it's like it's just a slight. We covered that.
Yeah, a lot.
It was a good time. Yeah. Man, those shows were fucking fun. All right, sick. So I'm landing on a 4. Do we even need to talk about the next one? It's a 1.
Yeah, it is 1. I have 1 in here. I would have given it a 0, but
same. I would take away. Exactly. I mean, like honestly, the impact at the time for this is like a black hole for me. If whatever it could be, it would be. All right, sick. I kind of figured. All right, enjoyed listening today.
4.
Same.
Yeah.
Exact same. It's a good fucking time.
It is. It does trend a little long. 54 minutes, especially after listening to 27 minutes of the Chariot.
Yeah. Man, let me tell you, those
right.
Just if you want to see what music has to truly offer from end to end.
The word dichotomy comes to mind.
Indeed it does. Yeah, but it's fun, man. Just rock out.
Yeah.
Turn your fucking car up and go out on a nice day with some windows down and fucking blast some Monster Magnet.
Think Dazed and Confused. Like, it'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Yeah. All right.
Jerry's eating rice.
Dude, I can't not laugh at that.
I know.
I annoy myself at how much I laugh at that commercial. I love him.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anyone in pop culture who I hated so much at one point in time in my life and adore so deeply later. Like, I'm just like, you are a treasure. Because you're so fucking you.
Yeah.
You don't give a shit, man. Like, and he's the ambassador for Texas Longhorns.
Yeah.
Like, it's a fucking human cartoon character. It's awesome.
Again, the South can produce things of value.
Every once in a while. It's rare, but man, when they do it right. Jerry's eating rice. Oh, man. All right. What's your favorite song
on
this Monster Magnet album?
My favorite song was Monolithic. Baby.
Sick.
Although not the name of the song. It's just Monolithic, not Monolithic Baby.
It is. Not Baby.
Fucking stupid.
I had a really hard time picking a favorite song on this album because they're just all good. Again, this isn't like revolutionizing anything. Like I don't want to mislead anybody. This is just a rock and roll record, but like it's just a really, really well done rock and roll record.
It's 12 variations on a theme.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Master of Light.
Sick. I'm so glad you picked that one because I'm always on the wiki pages. It was written for the movie Torque, which came out in 2004. The band appears performing in a nightclub, and it was written for that movie. I've never heard of that movie, but I really might have to check it out because it's gotta be 2004. It's got a 4.1 out of 10 on IMDb. And
so it's the best thing in the world.
The best thing in the world. Ice Cube.
Please don't quote me on that. What?
Jamie Presley's in it.
Get the fuck out of here.
And Adam Scott's in it.
What?
And it was distributed by Warner Brothers, so you know what you're in for.
What? When did the game start today?
Noon. You do not have enough time to watch it.
Shit. God damn it. I'm gonna have to go get another energy drink. I'm pulling a late nighter. I'm getting that in. Like I'm watching that shit today. Like, what is that from? What am I thinking? Oh, Good Eats. I'm making that today. The vanilla wafer pudding.
Oh,
the banana pudding. The banana pudding. Anyway.
Okay.
So
at the top of this movie poster, it says, from the producer of The Fast and the Furious, SWAT, and Triple X.
So, yeah.
You are in for a good time.
I'm going to go ahead and put money on the phrase high octane being in the description. In the description of that.
Sick.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, like
the budget was $40 million and the box office total was $46.5 million.
Fucking skin of your teeth. Jesus.
Oh God, I love everything about this.
This is incredible. Sometimes on this sometimes on this podcast, gang, we talk about something that's far better than anything else that we're actually talking about, like Samuel L. Jackson's Age, and this is one of those. So you're welcome for the movie Torque.
Yep.
All right. Up next, I'm guessing, is Fear Before the March of Flames.
You are guessing correct. Their 2004 album, Art Damage.
Hell yeah. Real quick, we got a 15 from Josh and a 12 from me for Monster Magnet. For 27, it's better than that.
It's better than 27.
That. Yeah, it is better than a 27. Like, seriously, it almost doesn't matter what you're into. Listen to this. You'll like it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't. I really don't. Like, there's nothing on this that's like, it's just a good time.
Apart from problematic song titles, it is entirely inoffensive to listen to.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no screaming, really. I mean, you get some of the, like, hays and yes and shit like that, but, like, this isn't like a metal record. This is fucking rock. Go rock out, man. Have some fun. All right, Fear Before the March of Flames. Historically, I have a bad habit of thinking I've never heard an album before and then listening to it for this podcast and remembering every second of the album. So this is that for some reason. I
definitely never listened to this. I did a full deep dive, though.
Yeah, same. I did too. We were going to do a single episode on this, but again, we're trying to get these out to you people.
Yeah.
Listen to shit. But like, yeah, I remembered all of it. I'm assuming that's a Josh Walden thing.
Gotta be. He was super into them.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's where I got that.
And then listening to it, I'm like, oh yeah, that makes this is totally his brand of hot garbage.
Yeah, and smartest dude I've ever known. Yeah. So I don't know what to do with any of that.
Spoiler alert, it isn't hot garbage.
It's not. It's really, really not.
Fear Before the March of Flames, also called Fear Before Now, or
Indeed.
Then at some point. From Aurora,
that's what we got. That was the slang anyway.
Yep. Aurora, Colorado. Active for 2 years at this point. 2002 they formed. They had a prior release in 2002, so this is their second album, released September 7th, 2004.
How about it?
How about it indeed. On Equal Vision, who they had some names back in the day and still kind of do, actually.
Really?
Yeah, they are not a defunct label.
Oh man, As Cities Burn?
Hell yeah.
Interesting. The Juliana Theory is still. Yeah, this is a time machine.
Yeah, it really is.
This is so weird. You got Number 12 Looks Like You, which I did not know that, and in my review, I have. I really dug listening to this. It tugs at a very specific part of my heartstrings, like bands like From a Second Story Window, Blood Brothers, and Number 12 Looks Like You, and kind of The Bled a little. Like, there's just that little, like, pocket of the kind of weird avant-garde metalcore that it only existed for a very brief time, and very few bands did it well. And I it's something that really gets me in the feels still, because it's just like...
It did not overstay its welcome.
It didn't. And it's beautiful for it. Like... Yeah. So, but that's really cool. Yeah. Wow. That record label that's strange. Just like, so you are really a heavy hitter, and I had no idea.
That is a rabbit hole worth going down on a different day.
Indeed it is. But since we are doing a damn, what did you think of the album art?
I love the album art. It's a 6, it's a 12, it's a 5. It's everything, everything and more. It is so well done. The just bright ass yellow and the stark black, the images of Hollywood, the people carrying the casket out the front of the line, people behind wearing sunglasses in that kind of Hollywood funeral kind of way. The font, the typeface, the way it's all taken up. They carry it through to the CD. There's a knife on there. The album's yellow. Like, it is so masterfully done.
That's fucking rad. Hollywood Babylon.
Sick.
And I the one note, I agree with everything you just said. I have almost nothing to add. 5 all day.
Yeah.
I do have a weird question for you. I just want to see if you agree with me on this. Normally we talk about how an album, like they made a perfect album cover that perfectly expresses what the music is going to be.
Yeah.
I think technically this totally doesn't do that, but if you were in the scene at the time and into this weird shit at the time, it totally does. Do you agree with that? Because
I do agree with that. Like, I don't think a single one of these songs is about a Hollywood funeral, but like the entire tone of the album and the vision of the artwork that they're going for is.
Agreed. Production then versus now. What did you think of the production?
I gave it a 4.
Okay.
I thought, let's see, it could have easily been a travesty, but I think they really pulled it together.
Interesting. I gave it a 2.
Damn.
Because I don't necessarily feel like, I mean, I'm being wildly inconsistent today, but like, I know that this is what they were going for.
It easily could be a 2.
Yeah, it's exact. I know they nailed their vision.
Right.
And just like the Chariot, but I don't know. They could be nostalgia. I don't know. It's fun. You know what? I will bump it to a 3 because I guess it doesn't really. It's not like offensive. It's not like hurting my ears or anything, and the balances are fine.
Right.
So yeah, I'll bump it to a 3, but it's just so okay to me. It's fine.
So, it was produced by Matthew Ellard, our college professor friend who did Bury Your Dead, and also Jane Doe, Converge.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's okay. Yeah.
So
man, shout out to you, dude. Yeah. I can't believe he responded. What a guy.
Yeah.
What a gentleman.
That is exactly right. Gentleman and a scholar.
Legitimately a scholar. Yep, he's actually that. What was the impact at the time? This is weird for me.
I had a question mark here.
Yeah.
I just don't know what to say.
I know for a fact. Well, we talk about it sometimes, the tangential like impact, like the I still don't know if I can bump it above a 2.
Didn't influence people, to my knowledge, the way that Converge did. So, like, I can't kind of make that spider web. Like, I know Josh Walden was in them. I know we knew people that liked them.
Yeah.
But I really don't think it bled over much for me. So I just talked myself into a 1.
Okay. Same logic, slightly more because I hung out with Josh Walden a lot. I'll give it a 2.
Yeah, I mean, you had at least heard the album, apparently.
Yes. Yeah, apparently, right. I have no recollection of it at all. But I mean, Josh Walden and I would hang out until like 4 a.m. just playing guitar and bass and like learning shit by ear and all that. So I'm sure it was something like that.
There you
go. Yeah. How much did you enjoy listening to it today? Because, I don't know.
I gave it a 5. Yeah. Of all the albums we reviewed, I gave this one a 5. I loved picking it apart. I loved deep diving into the band and the album and the people and the connections. I ended up on a Better Lovers wiki page because of this.
That's sick. I mean, I get that. That sounds about right.
Goose Holyoke, I think. The drummer for Better Lovers.
Goose? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he was...
Was he... Oh.
He was not in this band at this time, but he took this drummer's place, Brandon Proff.
Oh, that's really fucking cool.
Yep, he was ex Norma Jean, ex Every Time I Die, ex Better, or current Better Lovers. Yeah.
I didn't know he's in Norma Jean. That's pretty cool. Everyone was in Norma Jean.
From 12 to 17.
Yeah, that's okay. That's sick. Well, I'm with you. 5. I thought it was great. Even though I didn't love the production, it didn't detract from the listening experience at all. So 5. I loved it. It took me right to a spot that very few things can take me to. So I love that. All right. Well, we got 15 and 15. So 30 for them Fear Before boys.
You got 15?
Mm-hmm.
How'd you get 15?
You got a 5, a 3, a 2, and a 5. Oh,
you bumped the production up to a 3.
Yep.
I'm here. I'm paying attention.
Hell yeah. What was your favorite song?
Oh shit, that part. I picked The Long Road to the Middle. Track 7. It's got a nice headbangy riff. There's a groovy little guitar riff and the chorus. I don't know.
Or whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I would be remiss if I didn't add that this album has a lot of I can do this. Zombies Ate My Neighbors feel to it.
Yes, it really does. Yeah. Again, there's just this
through lines in these albums.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to go with Hey Kid, I'm a Computer, Stop All the Downloading. It's got a weird like black metal vibe at times, which I really dig. And like there's no business for that. Like I have no idea why, but it's awesome. It rules. So yeah, awesome. I'm super into it. Yeah. All right. Sick. Well, man, what a good fucking slate. And you know what we're going to do, Josh? We're going to do a 5th quick fucking review of Heaven Shall Burn, Antigone. What is your overall ratings for each thing? Go.
Bonus round. First of all, I have to say it's Antigone, which is stupid because on the album artwork, they spell it capital A and capital G. I hate that they do that, and I feel like that's like, oh, fuck you. You're not going to pronounce it Antigone, even though that's who it's about. Because we put the font as Antigone.
I want to dock a point from somewhere for that.
Yep.
Like, I don't know where, but, like, I do. That's a dick-ass move. The reason I said Antigone is because of the capital letters.
I know.
That's why I call it. Fuck you guys. Yep. Not really. I mean, but...
No, totally. Kinda. Yeah.
All right, man. Hit it.
What am I doing?
Album art.
3.
3? I gave it a 1. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
All right.
I could have gone with a 1 for sure.
Yeah. Production. And it makes no sense for it. Whatever. Production then versus now.
Production, I also gave it a 3, especially for the verses now. It's a little muddy. The producer, Patrick W. Engel, who sounds super German. Ooh. He did some stuff, but he also did an album for a band called Niera. And if you listen to this and you listen to that album, you'll be like, oh yeah, this is the same fucking guy for sure.
Fair enough. I gave it a 4. I think it's pretty good. It is a little muddy, but honestly, I think that's my only complaint with it. Like for 2004, it sounds pretty modern in a way.
That's
like,
fair.
But I mean, it's not incredible or anything. But yeah, I gave it a 4. Impact at the time, I mean,
1. Like I knew of Heaven Shall Burn, but I didn't. Yeah. I downloaded this album probably around that time. I just didn't stick.
This is exactly the same as the last album because Jordan Guyton was super into Heaven Shall Burn. So I'm giving it a 2 just because I was kind of around it, but I didn't give it a whole lot of time. But I remembered a lot of the songs on this. Again, I don't. Yeah, it's very strange. Underrated band, right? Like. I rabbit holed a bit and I didn't hear anything bad. Like,
no,
not really. They're just a middle of the road. If you want melodic death metal that hasn't tried to like implement outside influence, They're just melodic death metal.
Yep.
Nothing else. Neither direction.
It
is the most melodic death metal.
Of melodic death metal.
100%. It's just, yeah, they do it pretty well. And they kind of have the whole time. They're still going.
Yeah. And you know, when we get to enjoyed listening to today, I gave it a 3 for that same reason. It's just like, it's
fair enough.
It's stuff. Like, there's nothing incredible. It's melodic death metal over and over again.
It is. You're absolutely right. And here's what happened. It's kind of weird. So I got out of straightforward melodic death metal for a long time. It was my biggest influence for the longest time, and then I just got tired of it. And that's why I was kind of like, even in Gates, kind of trying to push beyond just doing that. Because Ryan writes really, really good melodic death metal, but I just kept being like, I don't want to fucking...
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. Even though he was doing a great job of, I just was, being who I am, for better or for worse. So I don't know what happened. I have avoided this for so long. I had a blast. I mean, it's a 5. I don't know if I had just given so much time away from that pocket of metal, that I just felt so nostalgic. The whole time I'm like, yeah, you better trim 5, 7, 8. Fucking let's do it. See, I think it's a 3 in reality, but on the day that I listened to it, I just had such a good, even it's way too long. Too long.
Really.
My God, you don't need an hour of it. But
no.
Even still, I just was like, I had a great time. All right.
48 minutes, 43 seconds.
It's just too long.
Yeah.
It's too long. But all right, so we got a 10 from you and a 12 from me for a 22, and
that's
that
about
rhymes.
Right.
And yeah, it is exactly.
Did you have a favorite song?
I did. The Weapon They Fear.
There you go.
Yeah.
I picked the very next song, The Only Truth.
Sick. All right. The Only Truth. You are not going to have your mind blown by this. It is not breaking any molds. It is not trying to do anything. It is a self-aware musical arrangement. And it's just they're good at it. They're just, yeah. All right. Well, gang, sorry about the break. Things happen. Good things. We have a bigger family now at the 2 Decades 2 podcast. Right. And then in the 2 Decades Too Late podcast world. Really exciting things coming for 2025.
Hell yeah.
I'm really excited. The albums are incredible from 2005. We were really spoiled from 03 to 05 with
gonna be a
metalcore
good time.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a weird end of the year, I think, for the world.
Yeah.
We love you unconditionally if you're listening to this.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a big old swing, and we're gonna come back next week with Jam Session Q4 Part 2.
Oh.
And we're gonna try to get all albums we can out, gang. We hope you have, a safe and fun holiday.
Yeah.
And just
listen to us on your commute to and from hating your family or whatever it is, however it is you celebrate.
Yeah, absolutely. And just fucking be nice to each other.
We're loving your family,
Yeah, just you don't have to have to love them. Just be nice.
Middling,
Yeah. Everything's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And we have alien drones and just I don't know. It's just odd.
Yeah.
I have 3 coworkers that got their cars broken into over the last week because people were trying to find guns.
That's incredible. I guess with that,
so Lovey, seriously, just be nice. Be nice.
I've been Josh, and we've been 2 Decades Too Late.